we're live. Sunday Service, episode number 55. Coming right at you, hot off the Apex card from last night. Anthony Hernandez gets it done in the main event. Really wasn't much of a fight. Anthony Hernandez does what he does. Wears people down, makes them want to quit, and choked them out in embarrassing fashion. Roman Dolidze with Merab in his corner. There's nothing you can do. All right, there's no powers that Merab can generate over to Roman Dolidze that will allow him to compete in that fight. Anthony Hernandez is just on a different level. He is the middleweight. Merab absolutely dominated Roman Dolidze. Co-main event, Steve Erceg got it done. Pretty close fight. Could have gone either way. All right, Steve Erceg definitely lost round one. Round two was a little bit more competitive. Round three, nearly got the submission. Really upset about that one because that would have cashed some nice tickets for us. Would have cashed the cycle for us nicely. And the don't overthink it play of the week was a straight up flop. So Steve Erceg gets it done by decision. Questionable whether he should have got the decision or not. But at the same time, Ode didn't really do a ton in round two or three to solidify the win. So I can see why they gave it to Steve. Women's MMA, Angela Hill looking old as shit. She's looking old, but old as in old woman, She needed to be a little bit more manly in there against Yasmin Lucindo. Christian Rodriguez, another L to another veteran. Andre Fili looked pretty dang good. Got to give him his props. But Christian Rodriguez, it's pretty obvious at this point, he should not be fighting at 145. Gene Matsumoto gets it done against Miles Johns. I thought it was clear round 2 and 3 for Matsumoto. If you want to argue the other way around, okay, but I just don't really think it was as effective as what Matsumoto was doing, so he gets it done. And then the first fight on the main card, Eric Anders sent into retirement with a spinning back elbow from CLD. Gets it done in round one. Interesting night of fights. Not sure exactly how much you guys want to talk about last night when we got UFC 319 on the horizon. This Saturday, the man, the myth, the legend, DDP looks to defend his title against Khamzat Chimaev. And I've seen some pretty interesting takes. I do tend to be open-minded about the fight, but I am going to push back on some stuff. So I'm interested to see what the chat's got to say about it. Let me know in the chat, who do you think is going to win, DDP or Khamzat? How do they win? How do you see it going down? Because that's going to be the big topic of conversation this week. DDP, my favorite fighter. Khamzat is a lot of other people's favorite fighter. And, of course, Khamzat has a ton of hype. So, this is a big fight. This might be the biggest fight of the year, in my opinion. Ilya versus Charles is pretty big. But for me, for real fight fans, this might be it, dude. This might be it. Because we all wanted to see Ilya versus Islam. And that couldn't happen. So Ilya versus Charles felt like a secondary option. This is the number one option for the middleweight division. DDP versus Khamzat, that's the number one option. We're getting it. I'm going to hit the chats. Hector, you think Khamzat has enough cardio to go 5 rounds with DDP? I do think he has enough cardio to go 5 rounds. But can he be effective for all 5 rounds? We'll see. DDP 4-5 decision is the play. Just repeating the fluffy play. Hey, I see that, Dimitri. Next time they should let Merab in there and let Sean, like Sean Strickland did. Dude, they really they needed Merab needed to do something, man. He needed to do something. I don't know if he needed to inject him with some EPO or something, but who knows? Dimitri, in Hey Job We Trust. Hey, I appreciate the trust. Yeah, Khamzat is the first in the first. Should always have a 70% chance of hitting. Call me a liar. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really see Khamzat finishing him in round 1. I don't really see it, man. I could definitely be wrong, but I don't think you're doing that to DDP. Fluffy versus RDR, book it. That would be a sick fight. I would love to see that. Any free codes for your winnable this week? Code HeyJob is always available. Gets you a 5-day free trial. But this week, there'll probably be some codes. We got Contender Series on Tuesday, too. So if you use code Dana, I think you get a 7-day free trial. So there you go. I just gave you a couple. People will say Brundage was robbed or retarded. Dude, I don't know how you can be like, Cody Brundage got robbed. He was not really pulling away with any of the rounds. I honestly thought all 3 rounds were very close and could go either way. People who say he got robbed just definitely lost money on him, bro. Would be an electric matchup, Daniel. Oh yeah, 100%. What was it? Fluffy versus RDR? Be sick. Is Khamzat able to do better against DDP than Burns? Able to do better against DDP than he did against Burns. Maybe. Very different fight, though. Very different fight. But, I mean, of course he's able to. I don't think he's not able to. I'm sure he's able to. I just question if he will. Khamzat decision. Could be sneaky. 50-50. Pico better be who he says he is. We'll definitely find out. I know that one is going to be interesting for me to watch because I'm not exactly sold on the Pico train. But I like from the eye test, he looks good. But he hasn't fought anybody, dude. Like he has not fought a single guy that I could look at and be like, you know what, that's a respectable win. Like just none, dude. Like not a single one. Is Pico ready for Murphy? I know he was supposed to fight Movzar originally. Yeah, I mean, I think he's ready for Lerone Murphy, but it's just such a big jump up in competition, man. Like, look at Aaron Pico's wins, and I'm usually a guy that is willing to go more off of the eye test because Pico passes the eye test, man. He looks fucking strong. He looks fast. He looks powerful. Looks like a good wrestler. I think he could present a lot of problems, but the dude has lost before. What, 4 times? He's been knocked out twice early in his career. Granted that. And his most recent loss was like a shoulder injury. But I mean, he's taking his L's, not to like some amazing competition. And he's also, you know, when he's getting his hand raised, he's not beating like really high level competition, dude. He's not. So I'm not really ready to just, you know, say that he runs through Lerone Murphy. Runnage was not robbed. He just sucks. True. Knock on wood. I feel like this card is fairly easy to read without crazy lines. Hoping for a great Saturday. I am hoping for a great Saturday as well. And I think I kind of agree with you there, but sometimes, you know, when they're easy to read and the lines aren't crazy, that means there's probably a little bit more depth to it that you're not picking up on. Did Gene go over 6 strikes on underdog for you? Yes. Yeah, they gave him like 40 something in round 3. But I mean, that's a historic night. It's a historic night. Miles Johns had never absorbed 60 significant strikes in 13 fights or something like that. And Matsumoto got him. So we take the L there. Pico going to lose his debut. I could definitely see it. Pico gives some patchy mix vibes for real. It's weird though, because like Pico has not faced nor beaten the level of competition that Patchy Mix has. So, I mean, he's actually proved a lot less than Patchy Mix has. But it seems like some people are looking at Pico now and saying, like, he's going to be an absolute killer. He's going to run through Lerone Murphy. When we've already seen this before, you know, it's weird. I don't know, it's just weird. A weird matchup. Khamzat decision is definitely going in the long shot cycle. I mean, that's got to pay big. Khamzat decision's got to be nice plus money. Where did I get the Charles shirt? I forget, honestly. I actually spilled eggs on it today, but I wore it last night too. I've been wearing this for the past 2 days. It's a comfy shirt, though. I'll give it that. Khamzat might light him up, but if it goes over 2 rounds, DDP takes it easy. I don't think it's any part of this fight's going to be easy for either guy. Fluffy will be Khamzat's kryptonite. I could see that. Fluffy versus Strickland. I don't know if Strickland's going to be ready, dude. He's probably working on his suspension. DDP on plus money. How can you not sprinkle? I know, right? Like they're kind of like forcing my hand here. You know, they're giving me plus money on DDP. Like, am I not going to take plus money on DDP? I don't know. Pico has a ton of tools and super athletic. I just have no idea how it translates to high level comp. Might pass. Agreed. Completely agreed. When will DFS picks be out this week? Whenever I get them locked in, probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, honestly. They should probably have him out by tomorrow, so we'll probably lock in tomorrow. Do you think DDP getting worked by Brunson on the ground is worrisome? I don't really think it's worrisome because Brunson is very good in the first round against like almost everybody. Like in round 1, he is pretty dang good as well. But then he falls off a cliff, and look what happened. I don't really think DDP was ever in danger of getting finished in that fight. Got put in some, not great spots, but I don't think he was in danger of like, wow, that almost, could have been locked in and he almost tapped there. I don't think he was. People forget Brunson was on a 5-fight winning streak before that fight, before he fought Cannonier. He was on like a 5-fight winning streak. He fought Cannonier, and the winner was supposed to fight for the title. And he lost that fight to Cannonier after almost killing him in round 1. Then he gassed out in round 2 and got TKO'd. But then the next fight was against DDP, and he still had some great skills left in the bank. Let's go, Frank. Pico losing, DDP losing, says Instra Plays. So you're going Lerone and Khamzat. Murphy moneyline? Possibly. I'm not picking the guy that everybody says has to survive a certain amount of rounds to have a chance. Yeah, I mean, sure. It's an interesting way to look at it, but I don't know. It's interesting logic. Had a 5-leg with Gene under strikes, and for whatever reason, Underdog had him go under. Did they? Did they mess it up? Take a look. Take a look, see Daisy. I don't know. Maybe you got glitched. I don't think mine did. Oh yeah, they did. I wouldn't correct them. I would not correct them, but it looks like they did score him under. So keep that on the DL, brother. People all over Pico is nuts this week. I think it's nuts too. But I'm not saying like he's gonna go in there and lose easily. Like it's just kind of more question marks. It's just a lot of unknowns. Pico level of competition is scary, but he's Mexican. Don't tell me that means nothing. Is he Mexican? Pico? Like Pico de Gallo? Like what? Is he Mexican? I know he trains in New Mexico, but that ain't Mexico, brother. That's part of the US. Murphy starches Pico inside 2 rounds. I don't think he starches him, okay? Murphy ain't exactly starching anybody around here. Andrade's Extreme Live Dog, probably a play for me. Hey, I'm all for a Lupe Godinez fade. You don't got to pull my finger. Chase Super, Carlos Prates, and Lerone Murphy parlay. I'm pretty sure Chase Super and Carlos Prates are going to be pretty popular parlay legs this week. Lerone Murphy not starching anyone. Agreed, dude. Agreed. This will be the fight where everything everyone said about DDP, his bad technique, will show itself in the wrestling. His blitz, high and tight guard are primed for a takedown. You're kind of true. I mean, you're not lying. That is true. But the thing is, the bad technique leaves holes, but also leaves opportunities. All right, leave some opportunities, okay? Easy Khamzat win. Thoughts on MVP and Jared? I talked about it in my early picks video, but I think Jared at plus money is interesting, man. Because you look at MVP's fights in the UFC. Kevin Holland took him down twice. Almost had him submitted. Ian Gary took him down twice. Almost had him submitted. And Shara Magomedov didn't even go for a single takedown. If you can take down MVP, like you can win. And I'm not saying Jared Cannonier is some amazing wrestler, but he's pretty good in the clinch, man. So, I mean, plus money on Jared is tempting. Khamzat by decision plus 490. FanDuel? I thought it'd be more. I thought it'd be like 500-600, to be honest. Lerone Edwards, for real. Hooper battle Asakura Fajeda for the parlay. Khamzat got to get it done in the first 2 rounds to have a shot. Wouldn't want to put money on someone who has to get it done in a certain amount of rounds to win. There's the other part of the logic. Clyde Baxter, Leroy Murphy is a tomato can. He won one of the worst robberies in UFC history against Gabriel Santos, who took the fight on a week's notice. Pico smokes him easy money. It's always funny to me when people like will hold one fight over another fighter's head for their entire career, even though after that fight, like they've gone and done better things than go to a close decision with Gabriel Santos. So very weird. Like, I don't understand how people can have that logic. Maybe they just hold grudges. Who knows? Ruzaboyev at plus money is definitely tempting. Probably a friend of Top Turo, Akira. Luby should be minus 150. I mean, Andrade is pretty washed at this point. I'm not gonna lie. Cooking in the corner. What up, brother? How we doing? Fellow HOF affiliate here. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to Cooking in the Corner, brother. Cooking in the Corner. That was me back in high school. In the corner. Give it to me. Drain it. Pico training with versus Murphy's training. Pico looks like he wants it more. Is this what you guys fucking look for when you're trying to make bets? Is like, all right, I'm going to look at both guys training. Who do I think wants it more? That's what I'm going to put my money on. Like, it's an interesting chat. Like, I'm not trying to flame you, but I think some people definitely like make bets based on this type of logic. It's weird to me. He's definitely Mexican. Venom Page by decision. I believe he eats a big shot or two, but pulls through in a 3-rounder. I mean, if they just strike, MVP is going to beat him. But I'm not saying that if Cannonier does that, he's going to lose. But if he doesn't do that and he actually looks to clinch him up, take him down, then I think he can win. But conversions to UFC don't always go well. Very true. DDP will be a gun shy because of the wrestling. Khamzat will finish him inside 3. Interesting. It's always also very interesting that people will talk in this lingo. Khamzat will finish him inside 3. Like they've already seen it happen. You know, Brian Fisher, I'm sure you think you're a very smart guy, and I'm sure you're probably very smart. But let me tell you this. At the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't. So if you talk in language of Khamzat will finish him inside 3, that's, it's a pretty powerful language. Okay, at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen. You could say, I see Khamzat finishing him within 3 rounds. Then that's a little bit more predictive. You're acting like you saw it. You've already seen it happen. I know my kind. Hey, I guess Pico is Mexican. It kind of makes sense, though. Anthony Hernandez got the BBC. Interesting. Just don't feel like Cannonier can catch MVP. He should be way too quick. He definitely will be a lot quicker. A lot quicker. I could see MVP fucking landed a big shot and like knocking him out cold. And like one of those knockouts where he hits him and he goes stiff like on the feet and like falls. It's like timber, like one of those type of KOs. If he wins. Like if he wins, I could see him knocking Cannonier out like that, just considering the age as well. Cannonier's 41. Yeah, he's definitely going to be a lot faster. MVP going to throw leg kicks and run around like a girl for 3 rounds and win an easy decision like Gaina Sanya did. Yeah, that's also the bad part about Cannonier is that he had his opportunity to fight for a title against Adesanya, and he didn't really shoot any takedowns. So can I really trust him to go in there against MVP and shoot takedowns? I'm not really sure. Probably not. But, I mean, he thought he was going to strike with Israel Adesanya for 5 rounds and win. Like, that's just not going to happen, brother. I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen. Death taxes and MVP by decision. You know what's crazy is I'm pretty sure MVP doesn't have that many decision wins. Like, I was looking at his record today, and he has like 12 knockouts or something like that. Yeah, he's only got 7 decision wins, and 2 of them come in the UFC. So obviously he's won his 2 fights in the UFC by decision, but he's more of a knockout guy. So, I mean, people saying like it's just automatic that it's going to go to decision. I don't know, man. I don't know. MVP with a spinning head kick KO. I think it's going to be like a big right hand the big right hand is something that Cannonier kind of struggled with a little bit too in his other fights. Imavov got him with it. How long has the live been running? 8 like a champ right now. I'm passed out in a food coma for 3 hours. Dude, I had a ton too. We've only been live for 20 minutes. I'll probably go for another 20, 40 minutes or so. We'll see. But we just got here pretty much. So you're Gucci, brother. Fluffy has won 8 in a row at middleweight. This man deserves a top 5 fight, preferably a former champion. I say you give him RDR, not a former champion, but up there. I mean, it's not like you're going to give him Whitaker. Like, that doesn't really do anything at this point. Could you give him Adesanya? I don't know, I guess. But Fluffy's just going to cook all these guys. So I think you got to give him probably RDR. Probably RDR. Who'd you say is the top 2 locks this card? Top 2 locks. DDP and Lerone Murphy. I'm joking. I can't give you the locks, dude. I got to do more research. I haven't done enough tape study to tell you what a lock is. Even if I did think that something was a lock, I probably wouldn't tell you it's a lock. Rip to the DFS. Hey, we bounce back. Pico is going to lose to it a boring way. 100% he's getting pieced. Worried about MVP. Hopefully he doesn't just get smudged against the cage, but Jared's chin is cooked. So we'll see. We will see. I mean, that's kind of how I see the fight playing out. If MVP loses, he's getting smudged up against the cage, which I think is fucking hilarious word. Or MVP could chin him. Y'all are going to learn to stop buying into these fighters coming from other promotions fighting cans. Murphy's going to show his levels. Well, I'm not buying into him. I guess the chat's kind of buying into him a little bit, but not as much as I've seen from some people. Like DC and Jones, cooking in the corner. You the man, brother. Diego Fajeda, risky parlay leg. I don't know if it's super risky, but I could see him losing a decision. If, King Green, if that chin can hold up, I think he could maybe win a decision, but we'll see. Tim Elliott wins Ragdoll's Asakura. Could definitely give him some problems. I just think he's going to be a lot smaller than him. Asakura is pretty big. Battle in Ruzaboyev is first fight of the night. That's how good the card is. I don't think it is first fight of the night, bro. But it is early in the prelims. So, I mean, that it definitely does tell you how good of a card it is. It's pretty good. Pretty damn good. Who am I betting on? I'm not sure yet, brother. Have you been there for Matty through these troubling times? He's down over 100K this year. I don't know what he's up or down, but I'm right there. MVP wins in a boring fashion. Could see it. Does Kayla Harrison beat Toshiomi Kazama? Probably. I'm not going to lie. Pratis submits Neil. Could see it. Could definitely see it. Low key. I'm not even capping. I could see it. Will the odds for Murphy go down by fight night? I actually think it'll probably stay relatively the same. Might have some action one way or the other, but I think it'll probably settle around this. Khamzat loses due to the common cold. What then DDP kisses his coach, my African king. Yeah, somebody's got to get Khamzat a little bit sick. Give us some more of a chance. Would you rather have Mexicans or Amish build a house for you? I'm good with either, honestly. I mean, both are pretty dang good. You think Jakar can upset Edson? I have Barbosa attached to a lot of parlays at the moment, but I bet both sides regardless. I don't see why he can't upset Edson. I mean, Edson's not invincible, especially at his age. And I think both guys are just going to go in there and throw. I don't see either guy going in there trying to play it safe. I think the best bet in this fight is fight to end by KO or go to the distance. I don't see anyone getting subbed. If you're talking about the main event, that's an interesting one. So I think a lot of people think Khamzat's going to sub him, but okay. Amish Mexicans half-ass build most the time. Maybe. Mexicans because of the Modelos, of course. I know we talked about this in the Discord about Khamzat has powerful men behind him, but I'm just not sold on. Okay, well, we're gonna move on from that. I think you're gonna expand down a little bit, but Aaron Pico is a great grandson of Pio Pico, the last governor of California under Mexico rule and the 10th governor of Alta California. Interesting fact. Not sure if anyone can fact check that or not, but if we never say the Usman fight, if we never saw the Usman fight, everyone would pick Khamzat, I think. I don't know. Wars all day. Rob had a bad jaw. DDP is too strong. I can't get over Burns dropping Khamzat. Khamzat has piss poor shit striking. Dude looked horrible against Usman coming off the couch. Hey, Zeus coming in with the fire, dude. The fire. And Bellator MVP had a lot of finishes. Yeah, I definitely. I've seen his highlight reel. It's pretty nasty. Khamzat fans 100% believe the hype too much, like if he's a god. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we got to bring him down like a little bit. Like, I understand Khamzat's got a lot of aura, all right? Snapping Rob Whittaker's jaw or breaking it or whatever he did, like, that brought the man a lot of aura. He's had aura for a long time. But at the end of the day, like, this dude is human. This dude is definitely human. You shoot him, he's going to bleed. You know, he gets sick all the time. Like, he's not invincible. Okay, he's not. So, I mean, for people to think that he's going to go in there against DDP, who's undefeated in the UFC, has beaten former champions Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya, and Robert Whittaker, and just think that Khamzat's going to go in there and run through him in one round, like, I think that's kind of hard to imagine in my eyes. I don't really see it that way. So, I mean, there is a lot of hype on the guy, and some of it's warranted, but there becomes a time when hype gets almost like inhuman. You know, like, these guys are human at the end of the day. MVP doesn't have many decision wins because he fought a bunch of plumbers. That is true. He did fight a lot of plumbers in his early run, but they don't pay attention to the wins, the holes. People just don't like DDP. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's why I've always loved him, is because a lot of people hated him. A lot of people didn't understand him, but that's why I loved him, because I understood him. It's a lot of heart. There are some skills, but it's a lot of heart. It's a lot of physicality. It's just fucking wanting it. Just fucking wanting it more, you know? Drinkus had ninja chokes. Drinkus ninja chokes Goat Boy in the 4th round. That's interesting. I understand DDP fans, Chimaev haters now. They really think DDP will 200 pounds and be 195? I don't know what you talking about, bro. Fluffy's an absolute dog. He is. MVP has fought pretty durable guys in the UFC. Jared Cannonier's chin is definitely fading. MVP is live for a knockout. I agree. I agree. He's definitely live for a knockout. Sure, Cliff. Fluffy versus Costa. I know that's a step behind, but he needs to stay active. I don't know if Rob would take it. Jared should fight fully, but Fluffy, but already fighting MVP. True. Nice hit. I hope Khamzat does what I think he will, so he can get Fluffy versus Khamzat. I'd be down for that. Khamzat struggled with Kamaru kneeless Usman and a washed out Gilbert Burns. DDP can't lose to this. Except by a lucky punch, of course. Could happen. I wouldn't want to see Fluffy versus RDR. Keep them away from each other and let them stack their wins. Yeah, but there's so many, contenders in the middleweight division that they kind of need to fight each other to decide, like, who's next, You already got Imavov versus Bahalio. That should be for the next title. And then you got DeRitter versus Anthony Hernandez in the wings. Like, do they fight each other now, or do they take 2 other fights and just see who keeps winning? Johnny Walker fucked me up last night. What? You excited for Contender Series? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I'm going to drop my Contender Series breakdown right after this live stream. So once we're done with this live stream, check the channel. And I think the Contender Series breakdown is going to be live on the channel. Murphy decision, Elliott moneyline, MVP decision, Andrade decision. Interesting takes. What up? How we doing, brother? Not trying to say your name. Is Lupe Godinez going to try to box with Andrade, or is she going to go for the takedowns? Your guess is as good as mine, Paul. I could not fucking tell you. DDP is going to smoke this weekend. I'm a fan of both, but Khamzat has a skill set that he hasn't dealt with before. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. But, like, that's kind of wrong in this terms to say, like, he's getting smoked. Like, he hasn't faced this skill set before, therefore he's not going to be able to handle it, is the conclusion you're going to. But we haven't really seen him face this skill set before, so what if he handles it beautifully? What if he counters it? You know, like, just the conclusion of he hasn't fought this skill set before means he can't handle it is kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. I mean, Brunson, kind of a similar skill set. He handled it then. So, what are 4 picks for this week? What are your picks for week 1 of Dana White Contender Series? They're going to be posted in the video after this live stream. I'm going to make it go public right after this live stream. So stay tuned. Khamzat really destroying DDP. I'm not saying he is, but I know a lot of people think he is. So that's why I made it the title here. Does Khamzat destroy DDP? Question mark. Like, I don't think he does, dude. I don't think he does. There goes your parlay. No, I'm not saying that's my take, brother. Not saying that's my take. Do you think Asakura, Battle, Hooper, and Ferreira is a good parlay? Kind of, but Battle scares me. Battle scares me. Asakura defends takedowns and lands bigger shots. It's true. You think Battle wins? That's a good fight. And that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. I wouldn't really lay the chalk on Battle, I don't think. Battle by sub. Tim Elliott is a live dog and Mearshard is 2. I hope GM3 can get it done. Neal will win. Saying Jeff Neal will. Wow. If MVP wins, what do they do with him? Seems like they're just matchmaking him with strikers, so maybe Whitaker. Shit, I guess they could do that, honestly. Whitaker versus MVP. If MVP wins, it'd be insane. Hey, Jive, is the new Cycle God perfect reads on both, even though one lost? I mean, come on, Stevie boy. Stevie boy, get under the neck, bro. Latch that in round 3. That should have smacked. And the worst part about it was the next fight. Fluffy Hernandez gets a choke with no hooks in, nothing, just an arm across the neck, gets the choke. It's like, all right, there hasn't been a submission the entire fight or on the entire card. So it's down to the co-main event and the main event. Steve Erceg almost gets it in round 3. And then, of course, in the main event, another sub that was a possibility in my mind, Anthony Hernandez at what, plus 400, 300, something like that. Gets it done with no hooks in, just dragging him across the octagon. Disgusting. Do you think you could beat Julius Solanrenko in a 3-round MMA fight? I think I could, honestly. I really do. DDP hasn't faced pressure like Boers will give him. Oh, my God. It's just so stupid. Would you buy Lupe's signed feces in a jar from her last fight? No, I would not. I wouldn't buy him. Can't say I would. Diego Ferreira looks really good against Michael Johnson, and then he KO'd him. Do you think Michael Johnson and King Green are essentially the same fighters? No, not the same fighters. Not at all. Do you think DDP can pull it off? I think he can pull it off for sure. There's a few male bantamweights I could see Kayla beating. I think she mauls Arichi Long. Arichi Long is such a random guy to throw out there that Kayla Harrison would beat. DDP hasn't fought someone like Khamzat. If Derek can toy with DDP on the ground, then Khamzat wins easy. So stupid. DDP giving Khamzat COVID. King Green, Tim Elliott. Was that a parlay? If you go and watch Khamzat versus Gilbert Burns, you'll realize DDP has a huge chance to win. Drake has struggled with Strickland, who should have never been a champ. My God, dude. DDP fans low-key scared. And Boris hasn't done the same and isn't undefeated. I'm confused now. If he goes in trying to get a choke, he will lose. That's his only real weapon, is the choke. Who's he? Who are we talking about here? DDP's best chances is to wing full power haymakers in round 1. His best chance is to throw fucking flying triangles up and pull out some ninja stars. Some bullshit. Can't believe that some are still doing MMA laugh. I don't understand it either, dude. This week's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be real interesting. I can already tell you right now, by the time the fight happens, I'm gonna be fucking done with the fight overall, because people are just gonna be going back and forth, talking useless nonsense bullshit about, well, DDP got this done. He's never faced a guy like Khamzat. He's blah, 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 blah. And then on the other side, DDP backers would be like, dude, Khamzat went to decision with Neelis Usman. He went to decision with washed up Gilbert Burns. Like, DDP's gonna run through. It's like, dude, this is neither side I could be that confident in. All right. If you're like fully confident on one side, I need a really good explanation and not some just mindless bullshit being spewed because of one thing you've seen in some random fight. Like, it's just stupid, man. The fact is, we don't know what Khamzat looks like in a 5-rounder. We don't know that. We don't know what Khamzat looks like not fighting in the UAE in the past like 2 or some years. We don't know what Dracus looks like against a dominant grappler. We don't know that. Like, there's a lot of stuff we just don't know. You're making assumptions. You just can't do that, dude. Like, you can't just make assumptions and think, well, this assumption must be accurate. Shukin already admitted he couldn't beat Khamzat. Okay, let's do honest. DDP is trash. Worst UFC run ever. Worst UFC run ever, guys. The worst UFC run ever is being undefeated in the promotion, beating Robert Whittaker, beating Israel Adesanya, and beating Sean Strickland twice. That's the worst run in the promotion, man. I've never seen anything like it. It's so bad. Okay, it's so bad. They should just cut him. He's the champion. They should cut him. It's the worst run ever in the UFC. Beating Robert Whittaker, beating Israel Adesanya, beating Sean Strickland twice. Like, it's just so bad. They should cut him. Are you excited for Dana White Contender Series coming up soon? Are you dropping a vid for this week's card? I am. Coming out right after this live stream. Check the channel. Middleweight division is awesome. It is pretty good. Regardless of who wins, we are witnessing greatness in the main event. The winner will be undeniable. 100% agree, Zeno Gray. That might be the best chat that I've read on this live stream. I'm not going to lie. CLD did it, bro. I locked him first round KO, rolling it over on Prates. There we go. Shout out to CLD. I'm not picking Khamzat based on hype. I think Fluffy, Kyle, and Imavov could beat him. I just think stylistically, DDP is too off balance when throwing. Covers up hands, high, blitz, almost running TD, takedown easy. All right. Leroyson Murphy has 0 chance of winning. You're donating if you get on him Pico by domination. We got a Pico lover in the chat. That's Clyde. If Pico wins, you think they'll slingshot him into a title fight? I could definitely see it. Could definitely see it. Can DDP take Khamzat's butt? Probably not. DDP take TKO Cannoneer decision. GM3 sub. There's your cycle. Santana, Mangos, Sosirkev, Miller, and Ewert. Sounds good, nah? It doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound bad. There's some interesting fights, though. I'm not completely sold on a couple of them. Got to be Khamzat. Prates KO. Khamzat smash ding bets. Ding, I know you're hard on Khamzat this week, but it's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal if he loses in dramatic fashion. Khamzat is just an overgrown Raul Rosas too one-dimensional. DDP has been taken down by everyone. You are definitely wrong. You're definitely wrong. Hasn't been taken down by everyone. GM3, our GOAT. Shout out to GM3. Strickland versus Fluffy, so Fluffy could take his ranking. I'd be down for that. Khamzat loses and gets banned from Saudi. Urseg should kick more. Feel like it was his biggest problem against Moreno. He just tries to edge into boxing range the whole time. You're correct on that. What's your take on Lerone versus Pico? Is it 8-0 UFC crazy? I mean, yeah, I don't really understand why he's the underdog, but I get the hype on Pico because he looks pretty dang good. DDP willpower and strength is going to be too much for Khamzat. I hope so. Bro, he will tap in the first round. We all know it. Jose Zura. Bro, he will tap in the first round. We all know it. You must be a fucking loser if you think that. We all know DDP is going to fucking tap in the first round because DDP is such a bitch. Like, dude, that's just not going to happen, dude. I don't see it. Kayla's a middleweight. Probably a welterweight if I'm being real. I'm drinking every Tuesday for the next 10 weeks. Khamzat has a smelly wiener. Driggis has a large package. Have you noticed? I haven't noticed. I mean, it might just be his cup, dude. Might just be his cup. Lerone DDP, lock of the century. Oh, definitely not the lock of the century, brother. Am I that far behind on chats? Jesus Christ. I am pretty far behind. I am far behind. I really want to see this main event after these chats. Me too, dude. This is just going to be brutal. If DDP doesn't win, I'm going to be homeless. Do you think I should do a counter pick to get my money back? I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much money you got on him, bro. Long shot, but I could see DDP getting a sub when Khamzat gets tired. Coach has been talking about how they want to beat Khamzat in the grappling. Could see it as well. Is Habib a dumbass for saying he thinks Khamzat should keep it standing? Might be smart. You never know. Saw these comments. He hasn't fought someone like Khamzat. Yes, guys. He hasn't fought someone that can't beat the common cold. True. McGregor's KOs, Chandler. What the fuck, Sam? What? Why are we bringing McGregor, KO, and Chandler into the chat right now? Every MMA-based channel is majority picking DDP with the literal same exact breakdown. DDP has survived 2 rounds. Has to survive 2 rounds and take over. I mean, I don't think it's surviving, though. I don't think he has to survive. I just don't think he can't get finished. Like, I don't think he has to go in there and like fucking survive for 10 minutes. Like, obviously he just can't get finished. Otherwise the fight's over. So it's kind of stupid to say that. DDP needs to jump into the air, freeze time, and spin back kick KO Khamzat, then return time to normal speed. Oh, I love that shit. Answer some questions, dog. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. DDP is cooler than Khamzat, so he wins, and Khamzat has a bad immune system. Easy win for DDP. Will anyone be surprised if Boers wins in the first round? I would be a little bit surprised. I'm not gonna lie, but like in hindsight, I probably wouldn't be. Khamzat decision plus 850 says, "Dang, wow." Strictly, there's nothing to brag about to anyone. Please give take on Perone versus Pico. Pico is flashy, but changes of flashy finishes. You are fucking all over the place with your spelling. I gave my take on Perone versus Pico, bro. I already gave it. It's a repeat chat. I also have my fucking early picks video out there too. But I think Lerone being the underdog, considering he's undefeated and is 8-0 in the UFC, like, I think that's a bit crazy considering Pico hasn't beaten anybody good. Like, not a single good win. Has DDP ever come close to being finished in the UFC? I don't really think so. I guess the closest you could say would maybe be the Brunson fight. But that's really about it. Seriously think Khamzat's cardio is being underrated. Don't think it will matter if he doesn't finish him within 2 rounds. I don't think Khamzat's going to like fucking gas out. I don't think he's going to death gas. Why do you think the UFC is inviting Fluffy to Chicago to sit front row? Can he be next? Maybe. Maybe he is. I just don't want Khamzat. Okay, I don't know what's... DDP is going to do Khamzat what Masvidal did to Askren. Imagine that. That'd be sick as fuck. Feed me Khamzat and Fluffy need that matchup. That'd be sick. Jocelyn Edwards or Manon? I don't know if they're the same weight class. They're not. Maddie said he has a strict skincare routine and that he got you on his routine. Is that true? I have no skincare routine. I'm sorry, Clyde. I do not. Did you also hear her rumors on Ilya versus Justin in December? Did not. Did not hear anything about that. Khamzat round 3 sub. Keep fucking dreaming, brother. Do you think Ilya will eventually fight Armin? I hope so. Smith Slam was crazy. Made me remember when Rampage did it. It was nasty. I did not know if Toshiomi Kazama was going to get up, dude. I really didn't know. MVP battle in their own perfect parlay. Sketchy parlay. GM3 needs to be at the press conference. We need to build hype for Khamzat's rematch. Very true. How many people are going to donate betting on GM3 again, just like last fight? Michelle easily dismantles him. You know, I want to disagree with you, Clyde, but I think you're probably right, bro. I'm cracking up after that impersonation. Be honest, would you crack Kayla? A cracker? What does that mean? MMA world would go into a frenzy if Khamzat pulls out. I fucking hope not, dude. Hope you don't lose your money on DDP. Hope you don't lose your money on DDP, says Junkie Nuts 83. I made fucking tons of money on DDP. I never lose money on DDP. I've never lost money on DDP. Shut up, little boy. Khamzat got 7 wives that he cucks out. Interesting. Hey Jive and Lucrative versus overweight Angelo and Ginger Jacob from We Want Picks in one 15-minute round. Interesting. Not sure what that's about. My fucking dog's going crazy. What for? Oh, there's somebody at the door. All right, we'll almost wrap this up, but I think we'll hit a couple more chats and we'll wrap this baby up. I'm probably fucking just done with this Khamzat DDP talk after I've seen all these chats. Bad immune system because it's crazy. Let's hit the like button for our boy. Hey, I'm down for that, brother. DDP used to play rugby. Give him Khamzat a rugby tackle and go mental. I'm down with that. DDP wins by blowing up Apex. Name me a great Pico win. I will wait. Agreed. Name me one. If Matty was drowning in Loopy's feces, would you dig through the feces to save his life? I'd throw a rope in, tell him to pull it, drag him out. DDP got to go full retard to win, as always. As always. The draw is live for DDP. I could see it. Couldn't finish Strickland with the broken nose. Strickland's tough to finish, brother. Strickland's pretty tough to finish. Went 11-12 on picks yesterday, only got the Brundage robbery wrong. Wasn't a robbery. Don't believe it was a robbery, boys. It was not a robbery. It was not. No. Khamzat said if he wins, he wants to be on the Abu Dhabi card quick. 2 months later, maybe Fluffy will get the shutter shot. We'll see. Sorry for my English. I am dyslexic. Hey, more power to you, brother. People forget, man. I don't know how people don't let go of the triangle one. The other guy was about to lift them. Too many people. Yeah, I don't understand it either, man. I don't know. I don't understand why people don't let it go either. They're like, no, I'm just going to hold on to it. I'll be okay. Bang, you're fucking knocked out. You're the man unlucky on the cycle. Super unlucky. But at the same time, like, you know, I think O'Day just got better on the ground too. What do you think about parlay battle MVP? I'm like, no. Not a good parlay for me, brother. You should get Lucrative on the live stream again. I will. I'll reach out to him. I'll get him on the live stream again soon. I've never been this cold gambling in my life. Please help me. You know I'm a day one. I mean, I think I've been doing pretty well gambling recently, but just fucking take it easy, you know? Maybe cut back on a few plays and just dial in on what you want. Do you know anything about Justin Wetzel and you like him as a dog? I do know some stuff about Justin Wetzel. Maybe like him as a dog if he can get his wrestling going, but if he's gonna strike with him, he's gonna be outmatched. DDP wins via goofing. My shit smacks. Sent it to you on IG. Good stuff, brother. I've got my dumbbell and string. What's the next step? Start lifting, brother. When betting, bet on the person you think will win or parlay them. Then go for the props. Yeah, that's some terrible advice, Steven. I'm not going to lie. Bet on the people you think will win and parlay them. Fucking stupid. I'm not going to lie, Steven. That's really bad advice. Really bad. Are you going to go to the fights this weekend? I might. I don't think so, though. I would say it's probably like a 20% chance that I do go, probably 80% chance that I don't go. It's only a couple hours from my house, so I could make the drive, but I have to buy tickets. So, yeah, probably not. Probably not. I'm going to head out of here, boys. We're almost 50 minutes in. Right after this, I'm going to drop the Dana White Contender Series breakdown for week number 1. It's going to get dropped in a matter of minutes. Okay, I'm going to make it public. Go check it out. Watch it there. If you haven't already, watch the early picks for UFC 319. It's already posted. Got posted last night. Put it together last night. It's going to be a good week, fellas. Appreciate y'all for joining me tonight. Till next time, Hey John Picks, we out.